Kia ora, welcome to the Amateur Austenite. I'm Frances Duncan, author, Austenite life coach. My co-host is Rachel Pilwell, book buyer, Austenite, all-rounded.
Hi!
We're discussing chapter 53 of Emma. Mrs. Weston has a baby girl.
Woo!
Mr. John Knightley acknowledges his brother's engagement. Mr. Woodhouse is told about the engagement and infantilized by all around him. Then it spreads across Highbury.
Of course, like a venereal disease.
Emma's happy that Mrs. Weston had a girl because, she has experience raising daughters and being a governess and teaching and all that sort of thing. And secretly, which she will not admit to anybody, even herself, she wants to match the girl with
her nephews.
One of her nephews.
Then they really will be part of the family.
And this child will never be banished from home, unlike Frank, his first son. And I think it's kind of creepy that Frank could be his sister's father.
Yeah, he's of the age. That still happens nowadays.
That's
Depends
true.
on how young someone has a kid. Or how old in the case of the Westons.
Mr. Knightley thinks that the new child will be indulged even more than Emma, but Mrs. Weston will not think she's indulging her at all.
Oh, 100%, because she doesn't think Emma's being indulged half the time. Now, Emma will indulge the child too. The worst,
Auntie Emma!
Auntie Emma will be indulging this child way more than anybody else. And Mr. Knightley is a fool if he thinks he's also not going to indulge that child.
Oh, yeah. They have a little flirt. He's like, I'm losing all bitterness against spoiled children, like looking at Emma. She's like, yeah, but I had you to counteract the indulgence of everybody else. And then comes the really creepy bit. I could not think about you so much without doting on you, faults and all, and by dint of fancying so many errors, have been in love with you ever since you were 13 at least.
Stop!
I mean, I kind of get it though, because then he says this thing that she used to do, which sounds so flirty. When she was a girl, she'd say to him with a saucy look, Mr. Knightley, I'm going to do such and such. Papa says that I can, and Miss Taylor says that I can, because she knew that Mr. Knightley would not approve of it. And I'm like, that is such a flirty thing.
I'm going to do the thing that you wouldn't want me to do, but I'm going to do it anyway, so you pay attention to me. And I'm just like, yeah, you know what? It works. He would be paying attention to make sure you didn't kill yourself in whatever it was, or, ruin your very young reputation. Obviously, for us now, it's kind of gross, but back then, you were, 2 years away from marriageable age or something like that? I don't know what the marriageable age was back then.
Yeah, you could get married.
I mean, Lydia, I know, gets married at 15, and that Georgiana was engaged to Wickham at 15. Yeah, she wasn't far off, but also, gross. So Knightley, you were a full-grown man at that age. He would have been, 29.
He probably means something different, though, because the times were different.
Yeah.
I loved you, not I wanted to sleep with you and love with you
that's
kind
true.
of thing.
Sexual love and romantic love are different things.
Yeah. There's a whole joke about she'd called him George once to see if it would annoy him, and it didn't. She's like, I can't call you Mr. K, like Mrs. Elton, that's just terrible. I'm just going to call you Mr. Knightley. Except, and then she gets all shy and blushes. Except when we get married in the building in which N takes M for better or worse.
Aww.
Which, it's echoing the marriage vows.
That's so cute.
They still haven't talked about Harriet. She's now staying with Isabella until Isabella and John come to visit in August. This is the letter from John acknowledging the engagement has turned up. So Mr. Knightley wrote to his brother and said, by the way, I'm now engaged to Emma.
To Emma.
Emma's like, so he considers the good fortune on my side. He hopes that I'll grow worthy of your affection.
Wow. So now we really know what John thinks about Emma.
Don't worry about it, though. Wait till my father hears.
You don't deserve my daughter.
He'll think all the merit's on my side, nothing on yours. But John had some idea that something was going on, and Mr. Knightley's like, well, I didn't play with the kids as much as normal. They kept saying that I was always tired. Because remember, he went to mope about Emma.
He was just blue. But how did he equate that to being about Emma?
He didn't think it was Emma.
Oh, but he knew something was up.
Emma says, if I understand your brother, he means that he realised you had some thought of marrying, but he had no idea that it was me. That's the bit that surprised him. But the way that you're behaving made him think that you were contemplating marriage. Mrs. Weston's had the baby.
Yay.
Now break it to my dad that I'm engaged. So then I can tell Mrs. Weston, and Mrs. Weston can convince him that it's a good thing. Mr. Knightley's going to move in with us. You love Mr. Knightley. You love Mr. Knightley. He's like, yeah, but why? Why do you... No, like, marriage bad. Like, yeah, but Isabella and Mrs. Weston had to leave Hartfield. I don't have to leave Hartfield. Like a child.
Yeah.
The worst is overcome. He's got the information. It's time and continual repetition to get him familiar and comfortable with it. The idea's out there now.
I do love the line. It was at first a considerable shock to him, and he tried earnestly to dissuade her from it. No, don't do it. I love you, but don't get married. Never leave me, please.
Never leave me.
Oh, sweet baby. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
After everyone's talked to him about it a lot, Mr. Knightley, Isabella, Mrs. Weston, Emma again, he begins to think that, in a year or two maybe, it'll be okay. In a year or two.
Maybe in 5 years or 10 years after I'm dead, that could be fine then. Then you won't be alone then. But don't leave me alone now.
Mrs. Weston was super surprised, but also like, oh, this is so great because we didn't know what to do about your dad. If you and Frank got together, what was going to happen? How could I not have thought of Mr. Knightley? This is like absolutely perfect.
Mrs. Weston and Miss Knightley have had their clashes because they both love Emma so much.
It was surprising to everybody when they heard it, and Mr. Weston, even though we're not telling anybody yet, right, goes to tell Jane. So, of course, Miss Bates was there, and so then, of course, Mrs. Collins, Mrs. Perry, Mrs. Elton find out about it. Emma and Mr. Knightley were like, this is exactly what we thought would happen. They had calculated from the time of its being known at Randall's how soon it would be over Highbury.
Mr. Weston has zero chill. He can't keep a secret. I've got to tell someone. He can't keep it in. I think he'd maybe explode if he tried to keep a secret for longer than, 20 minutes.
The Eltons are not impressed. Mr. Elton hopes that her pride will now be contented and supposes she always meant to catch Knightley. Like, dude, have you met Emma? Mrs. Elton is so upset that they're losing their friend. He's not in love with her. The poor man. He won't be able to come and hang out with us anymore. He used to come to dinner all the time. It's all over. He was being polite, honey. You invited him, he would come.
He's marrying Emma not just because he loves her, but because he knows it means he doesn't have to hang out with you anymore. The happy secret second reason to marry a woman, so you don't have to hang out with the people you don't want to. My wife said I can't come and see you. I'm so sorry.
No more exploring parties at Donwell for me. It was never for you in the first place, Mrs. Elton.
Yeah.
Sit down.
It's not like he was trying to woo you with it anyway. You were already married.
So yeah, by the end of the chapter...
Whoa, she says though here, I'd forgotten about this, but she was not at all sorry that she had abused the housekeeper the other day.
Yeah, in front of Emma. When Emma was at the Bates house with her, she was talking shit about Mr. Knightley's servants because they didn't give Mr. Elton a note. They're probably not good at their jobs. And the housekeeper didn't give the recipe to Mrs. Elton's housekeeper.
But it's like saying oh, well, now that Emma is in charge of them, I'm so glad that I was mean about these people who had nothing wrong, but because they're going to be Emma's people soon. Bastards.
Harriet doesn't seem to have found out at this point. So it will be interesting in future chapters to see if we have specifically when Harriet finds out or whether the John Knightleys tell her.
Yeah, because I was going to say, she's still in London, isn't she?
She's still in London.
Presumably the Knightleys would have told her, knowing that Harriet knows Emma and Knightley, but they probably wouldn't know about Harriet's affections for Mr. Knightley.
Yeah, do you think that Emma would leave it up to them to tell Harriet, though?
Probably not. But it's not outside of the realm of possibility. It could be easier for Emma if she finds out through someone else and not have to have that conversation with Harriet directly.
True. That's our discussion of chapter 53 of Emma. I've been Frances Duncan. This has been Rachel Pillar.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. We wish you happy reading.
Jane Austen. Of course. Like a venereal disease.